Hello and welcome to your reading for the week of April 6th, 2026. My name is Debbie. Welcome to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution, or welcome back if you are a regular viewer. So I have been absent for a few weeks and I get that. Sometimes life just happens, right? So my apologies, but we are here today and we are going to start off with Aries. Let's shuffle the decks. I have two different decks, the Sun and Moon Tarot and our traditional Rider-Waite. And we'll see what the cards have. This is my second recording. The first one, sometimes it just doesn't feel right. Things are off. So let's see what happens here today. So anyway, Aries, what does this week hold? Now Aries, you're taking on a lot of planets next week, right? Around the 15th, you're taking on 7 planets. So give yourself a break. Get some rest while you can, because you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the intensities of the energies. And as a fire sign, in the year of the fire horse, you're going to be spreading that energy all over the place. So go easy on yourself. But let's see what the tarot holds. Again, this is the Sun and Moon Tarot. And let's see what it holds for our Aries friends for this week of April 6th. Yeah. And on the root of the deck, Aries, you have death and rebirth. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go, for sure. Major Arcana, you have the Eight of Cups. The Empress. Three of Swords. Okay. Death and rebirth, like the phoenix, right? She looks like the phoenix, like rising from the ashes, and which really makes a lot of sense here. I'll start with your last card, Three of Swords. So literally rising above the mental and emotional distress that you've been going through. And it's going to feel very physical in your body. But you can rise above that. You're in a fire sign, Aries, that you will rise above this. And it's, Eight of Cups. It is time for you to be bold enough and brave enough to rise, to walk away from any situation that's not working for you, to walk towards a situation that is more aligned with you. And this is exactly what you're starting to feel into your heart and into your intuition. It's going to start guiding you in a whole new direction. You have the Empress. Intuition is very high right now for you. You're leaning into yourself in a different way, in a more powerful way. So whatever happened in the past, and the Three of Swords is considered the heartbreak card. I'm not feeling that here. There could have been some type of self-doubt. Or maybe you've been told somewhere along the line that you can't do this or you shouldn't do that, or to do this type of thing is for someone else. You're rising above that. You're rising above that, and you're realizing your worth is to step away from the chatter, from the people who have a smaller mindset, because your mindset is starting to grow. Your intuition is growing rapidly. Look at these two trees, and she's sitting on a crescent moon swing. Just look at these two trees, how they just kind of frame her out like that. In a circle, right? Not the world card, but in the traditional Rider-Waite world card, it's more of an oval. But, being the center of your world, allowing yourself to be front and center, allowing yourself to be taken care of. Like even the birds and the bunnies, and there are even like little butterflies there by the bunny rabbits. So that's a sign of transformation. So Aries, you're going through a nice transformative phase at this point. I don't think it will conclude now, but I think this is going to be the beginning stages for you to move into that new direction. Again, you're the first sign of the zodiac. So move forward, Aries. You have everything you need. Lean into all your fire energy and let your intuition, be the compass to move you forward. We'll move on to Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 6th. How is Taurus today? How have you been doing? How is spring so far? We have a little bit of a rainy day here, but it's all good, right? We have beautiful days coming. So let's see what the tarot holds for our Taurus friends for this week. And Taurus, on the root of the deck for you, Six of Cups. Six of Cups, so simplicity, right? Let's see what the rest of the deck what the rest of your cards call for. Six of Cups is going back into your memories and remembering all the really sweet, beautiful things, experiences that you've had. Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Six of Swords, Two of Swords. Okay. For our Taurus friends, this is very interesting because there's no earth element here. You have air and water. My first inclination or my first instinct or intuition on this is that you might be not necessarily a battle, but a little bit of a conflict between your intuitive and emotional self and your mental mindful self. Between doing what your intuition is calling you to do and what the logical world is telling you to do. Seems like there's a conflict. You have the Two of Swords here, trying to make a decision like, do I trust the guidance of my mind? My mind is telling me one thing, but she's sitting on this dock and she has an abundance of intuition. Water represents our emotions and intuition. She has this abundance of intuition at her back saying, go this way. But her mind is telling her to do one thing and her intuition is telling her to do something else. Right? And it's like, what do I do? Because even the Six of Swords is telling you it's time to make a choice and to move to what feels calmer. In the traditional Rider-Waite, there's a couple people in a boat and all they have is their swords and the clothes on their back. They have nothing else, but they're moving away from the chaos. They're moving away from the inability to make a choice. And they're moving into a place where there's calm and not disruption. Six of Cups and Seven of Cups. Six of Cups again is simpler times, right? We want things to be simplistic. We want life to be easy, right? We don't want to overburden ourselves. But then the Seven of Cups comes along and says, okay, we have dreams to fulfill. Are those dreams, or can those dreams become something a little more daunting? The last card underneath here is Four of Wands, Ace of Wands. They have some fire energy. Four of Wands is you want stability, right? You're seeking that stability. Ace of Wands is, I get it. Like, you have a new spark of inspiration. This is telling you, Taurus, to lean into your intuition, to trust that, to let your logical compass be there, but as your intuitive self that is guiding the compass to move you forward. That might be a little conflict for you because you are a very grounded sign, right? You are the earth sign. And intuition, although it is a counterpart to you, might feel a little unsettling. So lean into your intuition, Taurus. Lean into it very deeply this week. Ask for guidance from your spirit guides, from your spirit team, from whatever it is you believe in, your ascended masters. Call on your loved ones that are departed on the other side. Ask them for guidance. You're leaning into a new aspect of yourself that's not going to feel comfortable, but it's going to open up a world of new opportunities for you. So that is for Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 6th. Let's see, what does this hold for our Gemini? What does this week hold for our Gemini friends? Let's see. Now, when I did the pre-shuffle, a bunch of cards were flying out. Now that it's time for readings, the cards are like, you know, I'm not coming out. And that's fine. We'll let them just kind of do whatever it is that they're doing. Gemini, on the root of the deck for you is Ace of Cups. So aces generally mean new opportunities or new beginnings that they're being presented to us. Like, it's not generally something we have to go out and search for. But let's see what this Ace of Cups, that's about your heart center. That is about your intuition. Four of Swords. Not even a card. I need to get you another card. Six of Pentacles. Let's pull your card out of this deck. So, Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the need to kind of take a break, right? To get clear, to get some rest. The Empress. Okay. Gemini, this is telling you to realize just how powerful that you are. If you take a moment and take a step back, in the Four of Swords, and let yourself get above your thoughts. Like, the thoughts are not above you, moving you. You get to decide what thoughts that you think, what thoughts are valid to hold in your mind, what thoughts are worth repeating, and what are not. Right? The invitation is to let your intuition guide you. But remember, like, how strong and powerful you are. And once you decide to tune into yourself, things start to happen very quickly. She has her scepter. All she has to do is wave that and say, this is what I want. And things start to happen. But it's about believing. It's about, again, you overcoming your thoughts and not your thoughts overcoming you. The swords are not on top of this person. This person is on top of the swords. Swords is your element. It is the element of air. It is the thought and logic. But our thoughts, we know, they say, don't believe everything you think. Because our thoughts can get us in trouble. Like, if there's, like, they say, the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other. The angel is your intuition. The devil is your mind and your thoughts. They can get you in trouble and talk you into things and out of things. It is time for you to master your thoughts and to tell them what thoughts you're going to accept and what you're not. And how to do that is by repeating thoughts in your mind that are good. Not reliving the past, but say things to yourself like, I'm the mastery of my thoughts. Let your thoughts be in the moment of what you're doing. A very yogic thing. Of course, I'm going to bring that in. Let your thoughts be, when you're breathing, like, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Let your thoughts be in the moment. Therefore, you take mastery over them. Therefore, you take mastery over your life. And Six of Pentacles, and things start to feel lighter. Abundance can start to make its way to you because there you've cleared away the confusion. If that makes any sense to you. So, Gemini, that is your reading for April. Let me know, or for the week of April 6th. Let me know how that resonates. We'll go on to this deck since we came into this. We will go into our Cancer friends. Hello, Cancer. How are you? Happy April. Happy April, for sure. Let's see what the tarot holds for our Cancer friends. One card face down, Seven of Pentacles. So what are you working on? Let's see what else comes out for you. And on the root of the deck, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. I love when the queens come up. This is about your feminine power, right? The Chariot. Okay, hi. You're ready. This is your card, the Chariot. Whenever you pull whenever your card comes out in your personal reading, this puts you in a place of moving up, like taking control. The Queen of Wands, right? She likes to have a good time. She's got the black cat there. And she's like, I'm not superstitious. Like, I will invite anything in because I know who I am and I know the heat and passion and energy that I have. She's got the sunflower here. The sunflower is turned, she is turned, the sunflowers we know throughout the day, they turn with the sun. They follow the pattern of the sun. The sun is illuminating down on you and it says, you're ready. You're ready, Cancer. There's no need to stop. There's no need to pause. And Cancer goes, oh, I've been working so long for this. And now the time is here, Cancer. The time is here. Three of Wands. It's time now to take those steps for everything that you've been working on. To take the steps to put everything into play, to move straight into your destiny. This is what they're telling me is there's a destiny here for you. And it's kind of like you work so hard for something and you almost feel like is it ever really going to happen for me? And then all of a sudden, like something opens up and you go, oh my goodness, like it's here. Like, do I step through the door? Am I ready? I've been preparing for this, but am I truly ready? But yes, Cancer, you are ready. The heat and passion is burning up inside of you. You're ready to take this new adventure on. You're ready to leave the past behind. To move towards what you've been working for all along, because it's been something that's been seated in you for a very long time. Not just like a year or two. This feels like something from your childhood that's been a dream to fulfill. This is what they're telling me, Cancer. So that is your reading for this week of April 6th. Let us know how that works for you. And we will move on to our second fire sign. Hello, Leo. How are you? Let's see what the tarot holds for our Leo friends this week of April 6th. Yeah. After that, charging forward and moving on to a new path for Cancer. Yeah, let's see what Leo holds. And look, all of our fire signs are kind of heated up and fired up right now, right? Just because Aries is taking on 7 planets in the next couple weeks. 9 of Swords, Leo. What's that about? So yeah, so you might be feeling, I'm not surprised the 9 of Swords came up. Wheel of Fortune, a Sagittarius one came out. 7 of Wands. So let's see how the 7 of Wands plays out in this for you, Leo. 9 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Well, let's see what your first card is. 4 of Pentacles. So where, Leo, have you felt insecure? Oh, that's me hitting the table. Where have you felt insecure? This could be about finances. Or this could be about your place in life. Now, this is Spirit talking to me. This is not always necessarily what the cards mean. And sometimes we have to kind of go with that. But there's been a sense of insecurity or not feeling like you're ready. And I almost feel like you've been holding on to something a little too tight and it's time to release that. And it could have just been, again, back to the thoughts, right? It could be a former belief that you were brought up with, or that your friends have taken on, or that's part of your friend group, your cultural friend group, that they have a certain belief. And okay, so for some of our Leo friends, again, this is a general reading, it's not for everyone, but it feels like there was a need to fit in, so we kind of we became who we weren't in order to fit in for other people's comforts. Does that make sense, Leo? This is coming in pretty strongly for any of our Leos. Again, this is, sun, moon, and rising. But it feels like in order to be part of something, you had to be someone you're not. That's where the Seven of Wands comes in life. It's almost like you were fighting against yourself. Does that make sense? It's like you've been fighting against yourself. And what that does is it breaks our mind down, right? And sometimes we break our mind down enough to break free. And sometimes we break our mind down enough to create a cage for ourselves. That's not here. This is your breaking free moment. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Let the wheel of fate and destiny turn in your favor. The card underneath, the last card under here, the last one I'm going to pull though, if you guys, is the card underneath that is the World. Like, you've learned a lot. You've learned not to compromise who you are for the sake of others, either for their comfort or to try to fit in to their beliefs or their group, because it's not who you are. You're beyond the halfway point. You're almost at the end. And I brought up this World card just before, right? That being in the center of your own world, letting yourself be the center of your world. This is about you, Leo. You are Leo. Like, you're the queen of the jungle, right? The king of the jungle. It is time for you to own yourself. You don't have to conform to anyone. You don't have to stop being yourself to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be or how you should be in this world. They don't get a vote. This is done. You're breaking yourself free. You're turning the wheel of fate and destiny. Call on your Sagittarius friends and see where Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, is at in your astrological chart. Now, I have my chart here. So you'll pull up your chart and then you'll see where the planet Jupiter is, and it will tell you on here. You go and look. Jupiter, for me, is in Capricorn in my first house. For me, right? So my Jupiter is here. Find out where Jupiter is at in your birth chart when you were born. And then type in Leo, whether you're sun, moon, and rising. Jupiter in this certain house with this other sign. And just see what that says. That's going to hold the key for you, Leo. It's going to hold the key. Leo, this is very, very insightful. And for those of you who are watching the whole thing, this is also something, right? We learn by what the other signs are experiencing. And when something like this comes up, look for these things in your chart. And then Google and see what all that stuff means. These are all like little pieces of the puzzle of your life coming together through these little baby readings. So Leo, let us know how you make out. And Virgo. Hello, Virgo. How are you? I need to get a sip of water because, you know. So we'll move on to our Virgo friends. Virgo, how are you doing? And welcome to your reading for the week of April 6th. This is always for the sun, moon, and rising. And you're always welcome to watch the other signs, especially, you know, if you have, if you hear something about a friend's sign that you think that they should know, feel free to share the video or have them, or guide them to the channel so they can watch. My throat is getting dry. I don't know why. Now I'll get another sip. Okay, Virgo, let's get into your reading, shall we? On the root of the deck, Virgo, you have the Empress. A very earthy energy, right? Just kind of owning who she is, She gets to wave her wand and the wheat in front of her gets to grow just because she says so. Just because she says, I need this to happen now. Four of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Wands. Okay, so big shifts happening this week, or maybe the beginning of shifts and awarenesses, more so in the awareness category, and then the shifts will come from there. Okay, so Virgo, are some of you feeling stuck about moving forward? I might have to pull a couple more cards for Virgo. It feels like you're ready to move, you want to move forward, but either you don't know how, or there's something from the past holding you back. And this could be, they're telling me a loss of a friendship. This could be a love relationship or a friendship, and that you're just not quite ready to give up. Let's pull a couple more cards. And the thing is, we'll pull from the other deck. Technically, you are ready. Four of Swords. Technically, Virgo, you are ready. But there could be some deep emotional pain that's keeping you from moving forward. Okay. These two cards came face up. We'll take them. Because you had two fives. Fives in numerology is the number of transition. This is where you make the choice to go this way or to go that way. Five of Wands is a conflict. It's like, yeah, I'm not quite, like you're fighting something. And it feels like you're fighting your emotions because you have the Four of Cups here. And this person, all cloaked in black, right? They're looking at what's no longer there. This could be mistakes that you've made. And we all make mistakes, right? I mean, if I listed all mine out, I would, probably no one would ever believe it, right? But we all make these big mistakes. But here's the thing. We learn by our mistakes, and there's another cup here right behind us. All we have to do is turn around and see what's waiting for us ahead. It's just doing a 180. Turn around and see what's there waiting for you. Oh, this is, yeah, these two cups here. These are the two cups that are going to help you move forward, right? Into owning all of your strength and energy and beauty. You have Four of Wands, security, happy home, happiness, and joy are waiting for you. Four of Swords. Let yourself, you're telling me to wrap your head around it, but it's not that. I mean, for you it may be, but this is going to take some time for you to actually realize that you're worth the happiness, the joy, to take command of your life. Again, Six of Pentacles again. This card came up already. To allow yourself to receive in, but this is the card that's keeping you stuck. The Five of Wands. There's resistance. And this is connected to something from your past that is no longer. It could be a loss of a friendship. Could be somebody who's passed on, but I'm not quite getting that. But turn around. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Virgo, close your eyes. Take a few breaths. And turn around. Let the wheel, call on your Sagittarius friends, let the wheel turn you into a new direction, and just see where it goes. You don't have to rush. This is not anything that's going to happen overnight. But joy and happiness are there. They are they're the birthright for all of us. But it's now for you to realize that. The Empress, this is who you are. It's about owning your strength and ability, regardless of what happened in the past. And it is because of the past. Because these could have been obstacles, Virgo, that were in your way that had to go. So that the two pillars that are coming in to move you forward will carry you to where you need to be, because now this is out of the way. It's a lot. I get it. A lot of awareness coming into your way this week, Virgo. Let us know how that goes for you. And we will move on to, hello Libra, how are you? Yeah, oh, right away. 10 of Wands card came out right away. Probably not surprised 10 of Wands came out. So let's see what the rest of the reading holds for our Libra friends. And I say that because Libra has been taking on lately a lot of responsibility. Sometimes they've been taking on tasks that are not necessarily theirs, but they're doing them anyway, or volunteering, or going way above and beyond what they need to. And then they get depleted, yeah. But let's see what else comes out for our Libra friends. So that's why I say I'm not surprised at the 10 of Wands. And then you have the High Priestess. It's like, honey, remember who the hell you are. Like, you don't have to work that hard. This is what the High Priestess reminds us of. Like, it does not have to be that hard. Okay. 4 cards came out for you, so we will take it. 7 of Wands. Let's see how the 7 of Wands plays out in your reading, because this 7 of Wands can be resistance. So 10 of Wands, the High Priestess, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So I think you've learned a lot. We'll start off with the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Libra, I think you've learned a lot. Look, like these cards almost look identical, right? They look very similar. Let me just see. If I can find another wand in here real quick. Oh, look. Even all the wands, look at this. They all have the same kind of feel and look to them. Okay. Just a curiosity thing for me, that's all. I think you've learned a lot, though. You've learned by overdoing is not the right thing for you, because then you resist doing what you need to do for yourself, because you're always doing for other people. Like you're like serving the whole village, but you haven't been serving yourself. But here we go. Ace of Pentacles, right? It's going, oh, wait a minute now. The High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles, and Judgment. Judgment is breaking free from the things that keep you from living your life that's been given to you. Like, you don't have to live your life according to anyone else, and you don't have to live your life to serve others. Not that you're not here to help other people, but you're here to help yourself first. And overworking is not the thing. The High Priestess shows up, and look at her. She's like, honey, you don't have to work that hard. Like, Ace of Pentacles, right? It's slow down. Slow down. Take your time. There's no need to rush through anything. Let yourself be free. Take care of the things that you need to do that light you up. And then when there's energy left, if you have time and resources, then you by all means take care of anyone else. But don't do it at the sacrifice of yourself and of your health and of you elevating to your next plateau. They're saying plateau, which is kind of a weird word. To your next evolution in this lifetime. The High Priestess is one of the highest spiritual evolutions. This is your direct connection to source and consciousness, all source. And all of that lies within you. It lies within all of us, Libra, but it lies within you, and it's trying to get your attention. So if you're feeling tired, Ace of Pentacles says, when you slow down, opportunities will present themselves to make things a lot easier for you. Interesting. Interesting, Libra. Interesting. Let us know how that works for you. We will move on to our Scorpio friends. Hello, Scorpio. Scorpio, I think you're going to have some things happening. Just astrologically, if it hasn't already, like some things might be revealed to you that maybe you knew were there and you didn't want to see, but now it's going to be a point where you kind of can't help but see it. And it may change the course of what you're doing. Yeah, so you have the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. And the Chariot. There you go. The Magician. Look at this. So, the Magician on the root of the deck. It's like you have the ability. Scorpio is one of the most psychic signs in the astrology. Remember all the strength you have within you. And let that help you to discern what is a dream and what is a fantasy. What is a dream to move you forward in life, and what is a fantasy that is keeping you from moving forward. I think that's coming to a conclusion. I think there's some truths that are coming to the surface. And it could be that someone has misled you. You may have been misled in some way. And once you break free from that and realize, oh, wait a minute, like that, yeah, I'm not putting up with that anymore. I thought that was the dream, but that was really just a false dream, or something that somebody was trying to push over on me that wasn't even true. It was like a lie. And once that's revealed to you, then you go, wait a minute, no, I'm worth so much more than that. I don't, Scorpio, you don't have time to decipher what's under here and what is here, and like, does a snake bite and all those other things, and why is there a floating head? You don't have time for that. You have a life. You have your intuition. You have love and freedom that are yours. You're fully ready. Your Cancer friend, right? You're fully ready to embrace this. Remember who you are, Scorpio. Remember the power and strength that you have. Use your intuition. Use your psychic abilities. Right? Don't let anybody try to, especially this. It looks like so this could be like a religious figure underneath there, like they have them especially in the Catholic churches, their arms are out and they have this gold crown of light on top of their head. But it's like, this has been hidden. This illusion has been hidden from you. Now you're going to see the illusion will fade away and the reality will start to come into place. And then you go, oh, wait a minute. This is me. That's right. I know who I am. I'm not dealing with this stuff. I'm moving forward. I'm moving away from that bullshit because I have a life of fulfillment that's waiting for me. My dreams are ready to deliver to me everything that I need. Interesting, Scorpio. Interesting. Let us know how that goes. It's a big one. We will move into, I'm just going to go back and forth, I guess, between decks or whatever calls me. Hello, Sagittarius. Sorry. How are you? I have my phone off, but my computer still gives me messages. I don't know. Anyway, Sagittarius, how are you doing? Happy April. How are my fellow Saggies, my fellow lady Saggies out there? Yeah. I'm not quite sure what's going on with us. I've been a little tired, which is why I've been off for a couple weeks. How about you? Let's see what this week of April 6th holds for our Sagittarius friends. Sag, on the root of the deck for you. 3 of Wands. Follow your dreams. Let's see, though, what the rest of the cards hold. Death and rebirth. Phoenix. Rising from the ashes. That card came up already. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. The Phoenix. The death rebirth, Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Choices, choices, choices. Follow your passions, right? Take steps that are aligned with your passions. It's time for you to defeat. I love when this is death and rebirth, right? So you're shedding off all the old stuff. And there's new opportunities coming your way, Sagittarius. What will you choose? What will you choose? Feels like there's several options coming your way. One could be around work and one could be around home. Not necessarily the relationships in the home, but the physical home itself is what they're saying. Their choices, options. It's always a good thing, right? They're coming your way. You have options, Sagittarius. So, you don't have to rush. Two twos. So fire and earth. So yeah, get really grounded. And what is your passion? Like what choice will move you in the direction of your heart and your soul and your passion? That's where you want to go. You don't want to go to back. You're not going backwards. You're not making any choices, Sagittarius, that will take you to where you just came from. You've been through a lot of lessons, right? Death. You're shedding the past. So the decisions you make now will not take you to the past. So you should not be choosing that. You should be making choices to move you into the future. If you don't know what that is, it's the opposite of where you were just at. So go to the opposite place where you just were. If you don't know what that is, write that. Type in a question in here, and let me pull. Let's dive into that. If you want a reading around that, you have choices, you have opportunities, and one of them is going to light you up. You're going to say, "Oh, this is the right choice," and you'll know it. But will you follow it? Don't get caught in all the stuff. This is a time of really quick decisions and quick yeses. Sagittarius, if you have choices, let us know where you're going and what you're doing. It's going to be interesting. These things that just come out of opportunities that come out of nowhere, and you go, yeah, I wanted this, but it's just say yes. Time to say yes. There you go, Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Welcome to your reading. Sorry, for the week of April 6th. Look at the cards hold for our Capricorn friends. Oh my goodness. Everyone is changing and there's a lot happening. And when all the planets are stationed direct, things just start to happen. So time for quick answers, quick decisions. Like, some things we have to meditate on, and some things it's going to be really rapid fire, which may change your lives in a whole new direction. But Capricorn, let's see what this week holds for you, particularly, right? Very interesting. Okay. 2 cards came out. We'll take it. Queen of Pentacles. Of course. That is you. The Tower on the root of the deck. Okay. Sagittarius just had death and rebirth, and you have the Tower, like a little shakeup. But if I know our Capricorn friends, you're the one at the base of the Tower kind of shaking things up a little bit, right? Getting rid of the things that don't work for you. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. You have the Tower. Traditional tarot, this is like sudden disruption, something that could come out of nowhere. I don't get the feeling for that for you though, Capricorn. I get the feeling that you're fully in charge of this little disruption. And I don't even think it's a big disruption. You have the 5 of Swords, right? So walking away from things that are not aligned with you, or walking away from people whose belief systems are different. They're not aligning with yours. And not that they're different, because I have a lot of friends, our belief systems are completely different. But this is something that's so far off of alignment that you are just telling them, like, I can't. Like, you just have to go. It's not so far off of alignment that it is disrupting your life and your peace. You're forging communities. You're forging relationships, rather, with people who are completely different. You're adding new communities into your circle. So our Capricorns are the big leaders. We know that they are the royalty of the zodiac. There's a lot of recognition. I just kind of wonder, and I can't think off the top of my head, like who any of our big leaders are out there that are Capricorns, but they're going to be making some big choices that are for the betterment, and that people are going to say, and this could actually be a female, does not have to be a male, that they will be recognized, right? Like they will be celebrated for making the brave choice. Cutting something or someone off, making the brave choice. Forging new alliances. Taking a new seat or a new role. This feels like it's more of a global feeling. But there's some big shakeups happening for our Capricorn friends. This might change the course for a lot of people. This might change the course in life for a lot of people. Because Capricorn said, that's it. No more. It's done. Whatever the it is, or the person, or the it, or the you, like, it's done. You're done. You're out. I'm shaking it up. Off to the curb. I'm forming new alliances that are aligned with peace. Don't tell me. There's a lot of recognition here, a lot of celebration, a lot of people cheering. I don't know what this is. We'll have to wait and see what happens globally. And I would not be surprised if this is a female that rises up. And this could also be something being brought out to the light as well. Capricorn, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I am almost excited for what this is going to hold. Let us know. Aquarius, how are you? Let's get into Aquarius, because I could go on all day with Capricorn, but it is time for Aquarius. Capricorn, if you want any more on that, let me know. Aquarius, let's get into you. How are you? How are you? How are you? Happy April. Happy spring. It feels good, right? To be in the spring season. In the Northern Hemisphere, our friends in the Southern Hemisphere are going into fall. So let's see, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. These cards just keep coming out. I'm just going to take them. The universe, right? 9 of Swords, the Emperor. So the universe is the World card coming full circle. The Fool. You have 3 major arcana, the only one. You have the Fool, right? The foundation of your reading is going on a new adventure, starting new, starting fresh. Why? Because you've ended a whole big cycle. The Universe card or the World card, it is the end of a big cycle. You've taken in a lot. You've learned a lot about yourself and the world around you. And it's now time for you to, this is done. To shed the past. A lot of 9 of Swords, right? It came up before from the other deck. Right? Like the nightmare is over. Whatever it is, like it's over. Kind of like Capricorn. You come right after Capricorn. So whatever shakeup, I would just say, whatever shakeup Capricorn is doing, it's going to domino into you. This is done. It is time for you to take the Emperor. We had the Queen of Pentacles and now the Emperor. not necessarily divine counterparts, but the masculine and feminine balance of each other. So, Aquarius, I would go back just and read the few minutes that we had with Capricorn. I think that's going to have an effect on you. Taking your rightful place, right? It's almost like you've been through the training ground. This is what they're telling me. Like there's been a training ground and you're going straight to the top. You have the full new beginnings because you've come full circle. And on this next go round, you're becoming the leader. And this could be a community leader. It could be, and I think there's something about this came up for our Aquarians before. This could be a community leader, or leading your life differently, or your personal community, like your friends and family, leading them differently. There's a lot of clarity now, right? Now that you've kind of shed the past, and clarity is coming forward. This is really sweet. Again, I think this is piggybacking off of whatever is happening with Capricorn. But moving into leadership role, you've learned a lot. And now you're taking your rightful place. Aquarius, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. And we will move into now our Pisces. Hello, Pisces. How are you? This has been a reading for sure. A lot of big things happening. But of course, as we get towards the end of this is the zodiacal calendar, this is the zodiacal wheel, momentum builds, right? It just does. It starts here. And then as it starts to come towards the end, the momentum is building. So let's see, what is this momentum holding for our Pisces friends? Let's take a look and see, shall we? It's really interesting when these readings kind of go in a cycle like this, especially like these last couple ones, last couple signs, how they kind of move together, like in tandem. So Pisces, let's... One card face down, King of Wands. Okay. Some leadership qualities here, right? And on the root of the deck, Pisces, you have Seven of Wands. That card has been coming up a little bit today. That's okay. Death. The Lovers. Holy cow. So you have the Seven of Wands, right? So whatever it is that you're resisting, or you feel like you've had to push back or hold back, like, it's done. It's done. You don't have to place, they're telling me you don't have to play small anymore. If that's making any sense, Pisces, like, you don't have to keep pushing back. You don't have to play small. Again, another leadership card, right? King of Wands, is inviting you to let your passion come forward, to follow your passion, to let your passion blaze the trail. For some of you, this is a love connection. I should probably cover these up. The Lovers card, right? This could be love or new relationship coming in, or being impassioned about life to the point where it feels like your life is divinely connected to you. We have the Archangel here kind of guiding this couple together. There's a lot of hierarchy on the other side guiding you into this moment here. Helping you to, stop fighting. You don't have to play small, and you don't have to keep going as you've been going. It's tiring. And it's not supposed to be that way. Death. This is Scorpio. So wherever Scorpio, you have Scorpio and Gemini. So wherever they're at on your chart, again, pull up your chart, find Scorpio and Gemini, whatever house they land in, and see what that says. New relationships. So this could be you were having difficulty either expressing yourself, or relationships could have been sometimes relationships are work. We have these friendships and there's relationships, and sometimes like it's just a lot of work to maintain or to connect, or you know what I mean? And sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, like if you're the one who's always reaching out or trying to get things going, and if it's a lot of work, like you need to stop. You need to come let all of that go, right? Because there's better relationships that are more aligned with you, that are waiting to come in. So stop fighting, put the things down, and let yourself sit in the sun. Get some passion. Follow whatever is in your heart and soul. Whatever lights you up when you think about it, that's the direction you're going in. There's new relationships, on harmonious relationships. A relationship or relationships on the horizon for our Pisces. Our Pisces friends have been going through it for about 10 years, for a long time. All of our mutable signs have between 7 and 10 years. Pisces has taken on a lot, to the point where sometimes they feel like they don't even know like what they're fighting against, because it feels like things just keep coming at them. It's just one thing after another, and that's coming to a conclusion. You can put down, you can stop the battle, you can lay it down, because things are coming for you. Again, I love this, the Lovers, right? This could also be, this King of Wands could be that this person could be a very passionate person. This could be a new relationship coming in, like I said. Or it could be the relationship with yourself is being renewed and you're finally realizing like, yeah, I deserve better. So everyone, that is your reading for the week of April 6th. Thank you so much for joining as always. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And if you would like to schedule a reading around your personal situation, my email should be in the description box below. But until next time, enjoy your week. I send you light and love. Take care, everyone.